friends, welcome to Genius Books. I am Vinod Kadakol, IAS Monk. Today I am going to start this new episode, Mathematics, where I am going to teach you simple tricks and shortcuts to solve various problems in quantitative aptitude as well as reasoning asked in various exams, okay? Right from IAS to Police Constable. So this is very interesting and very important series, okay? Don't miss this. Please subscribe to my channel, Genius Books Classes. I am going to release videos regularly, okay? This is my promise. So with the help of my videos, you can very easily tackle most complex problems asked in various competitive exams, right? Okay. Now let me start with numbers. What are numbers? You know what are numbers. But where do you get those numbers? I don't think you will get numbers in any shop, because number concept is absolute, okay? That means numbers are not physical quantities. They are not objects. You can only feel the concreteness of numbers with the help of objects. Then we say one apple, two apples, like that. So oneness, two-ness can be felt with the help of objects. So it all started with counting objects in nature. I am not going to delve deeply into all these developments, history of mathematics. There are so many things to tell, but let me stick only to the exam point of view. So when man started counting, he listed all counting numbers, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So these are called natural numbers. There are various types of numbers which we learn one by one when that thing comes up, okay. Now today let us talk about only numbers. Then we listed natural numbers 1, 2, 3, like that. Set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, okay, up to infinity. So these are natural numbers, counting numbers. Among these, again we classify odd and even numbers just to make our understanding better, to understand the concept of numbers more deeply. Man started splitting the concept into deeper level. So what are odd numbers? What are even numbers? You know all these things. Okay, odd numbers or even numbers. Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2 without giving any remainder. That means giving 0 remainder. Those are all even numbers. Odd numbers are those numbers which give some remainder after getting divided by number 2. So those are all odd numbers. What about 0? Is it odd or even? Very simple question. You have to understand these simple concepts, okay? Don't say, oh, what is there? Very silly thing, very trivial. No, it's not like that. I'll show you what. See, even on odd and even numbers, this year UPSC IAS exam, civil services CSAT exam, paper 2, they have asked one question. In fact, 2 questions they have asked on the odd and even number concept. So don't say it is a silly thing. You know very well, you know what is odd. Any class 1, 2, 3, 3rd standard student can explain what are odd numbers or even numbers. Okay. So just brush up your memory. But important thing is, what about 0? Is it odd or even? That question I leave it to you, find the answer. Okay. Now coming to this great man, okay, Pythagoras of Samos. Samos was a Greek island where Pythagoras born in 570 BC. He lived up to 480 BC. He was contemporary of our Buddha. Okay. So Pythagoras thought this universe is made up of numbers. Yes, numbers. See his idea. Why he said like this? So during his time he knew about odd number, even number. He knew about uh, what I should say, fractions. Okay. And he knew most importantly Earth as sphere. Okay. All celestial objects, Earth, Moon, the stars, they are all called celestial objects. So Pythagoras and his followers knew that Earth is a sphere. Okay. And why you say this nature or this universe is made up of numbers? Just see here. See, during his time he knew about numbers, he knew about odd and even numbers. So, but he said he represented one with this point. Or two points. If you join these 2 points, you get one straight line, right? Okay. For 3, you join these points, you will get one triangle. What about 4? You get one square. Okay, 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. If you add all these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, you are getting number 10. So Pythagoras treated all these numbers as gods. Can you imagine? He treated numbers as gods, and he gave most important place to number 10 because it is the sum of first 4 digits. See, 1 is represented by point, 2 by a straight line, 3 by a triangle, 4 by a square, and 10 by a sphere. Okay? Sphere, you can find sphere everywhere in universe, in nature. Okay? Earth, moon, sun. So all these are spheres. So everywhere you can see numbers. Okay? 3 means triangle, 4 means square, 2 means straight line. So all these shapes you can find in nature. Don't you find? So because of this very interesting factor, Pythagoras and his followers, his disciples, his sect, it believed that the entire universe, nature is made up of different shapes by numbers. Okay, you can see Pythagoras knows. You can find one right angle triangle, right? It's a right angle. So this is how the famous theorem, you know, Pythagoras theorem. What are those? So opposite side, when you take a right angle triangle, so 2 sides, when you square them and add the sum of those squares of 2 sides of a right angle triangle is equal to square of this diagonal. So right angle triangle is represented by Pythagoras' nose. Why only Pythagoras? Everybody has nose. You can find out, right? You draw a right angle diagram. This is nothing but nose. You consider his head, it is a sphere. If you consider his body, it is again rectangle or square. Legs are okay. Can go to next page. Head, nose, body, legs, sphere, rectangle or square, straight lines, and triangle, See, we are all made up of shapes. That means numbers. This is his concept, okay? Pythagoras concept. This is the story of 6th century or 5th century BC. Okay, after that, since 1500 years, mathematics have developed vastly. So this is the beginning of mathematics. Very, very interesting. There are so many other things which I am not telling you everything because there's no time. So you just bear this in your mind so that it will create interest for you to study mathematics. Mathematics is just any other game. Okay? You treat it as child's play. Numbers, you can play with numbers, creating wonderful things around you. Okay? You see this how Pythagoras proposed or put forward his theory, right? This universe is made up of numbers, shapes, even music also. Pythagoras connected numbers with music. It's a very wonderful story, I tell you, whenever I come across those things. Now coming back to odd numbers and even numbers. Fine, odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2. Means you will get some remainder. They are not completely divisible by 2. Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2 without giving any remainder. Remainder should be 0. Fine, you know all these things. But do you know when you add two even numbers, what you will get? Again even number. If you subtract one even number from another even number, again you will get one even number. If you multiply two even numbers, again you will get one even number. If you divide one even number by another even number, you might get an even number or odd number or a fraction. For example, 4 by 2, you will get 2. So which is even. 6 by 2, you will get 3, which is odd. This is even, this is odd. And 2 by 6, see 2 is even, 6 is even. Here you are not getting, you are getting a fraction in fact. So 6, 3 is 18, again 2, so 0.333 like that you are going to get. This is fraction. So these are all very basic things. You can treat these things as tricks, okay? When you add two even numbers, you are going to get again even number. See, you are adding 2 times one even number. If you add 3 times, again what you will get? Again you are getting, see you are getting, when you add 2 even numbers, you are getting again even number. 2 times you have added even numbers. For this again add one more even number. Okay, what you will get? Even number. So same thing will happen. When you subtract one even number from another even number, again you are going to get even number. Whatever may be the number of times you are going to add or subtract, you are going to get even number. This is very, very important. I tell you why. You will understand why I am telling all these simple things when we move forward. Okay, then you multiply one even number with another even number, again you are going to get even number. When you divide one even number by another even number, you are not going to get only even number, but you are going to get odd also and fraction also in different cases like this. So what about odd numbers? When you add one odd number with another odd number, you are going to get even number. For example, odd number I told you, 3 plus 5. It is 8. 8 is even number. What is an even number? That number or those numbers which are divisible by 2 without giving any remainder. When you divide 8 by 2, you are going to get 0 remainder. So 8 is odd number. What about 2? Divided by 2, 2 ones are 2, you are going to get 0. So 2 is also even number. What about 3? Divided by 2, 2 ones are 2, you are going to get 1 as remainder. So this 3 is not an even number, it is odd number. Understood? Okay, now when you add odd and odd or subtract odd and odd, you are going to get even. Then you multiply odd two odd numbers, you are going to get odd number only. You won't get even number. Okay. For example, 3 into 15, 5 is 15. Again 15 is odd number only. When you divide one odd number with another odd number, you are going to get odd or fraction. For example, 9 by 3 will give you 3. 3 by 9 will give you fraction. Okay. This will, you will get 0.9 3s are 27, again 3, 3, like that you are going to get. So remember this thing, they might ask in some exam, they will not definitely ask. They give you some odd numbers with say ABC, D, F, G. Okay, 7 numbers are there, among them 3 are odd, 4 are even. Then they ask you to, if we add ABC and something like that, they will ask, and if you remember this basic concept, you will definitely be in a position to answer that question. Now going back to what combination. Okay, this is combination. So far in previous two slides we have seen when we add odd and odd, subtract odd and odd, multiply odd and odd, what you are going to get. When we multiply even and even, when we divide even and even, and when you add even and even, what number you are going to get, that way. So now let us see combination. Combination means odd and even both. Okay. So suppose if I add even number to odd number, what you are going to get? You are going to get odd number. If I multiply even number with odd number, you are going to get even number. If I subtract odd number from even number or even number from odd number, you are going to get again odd number. You can try with examples. Okay. Now if you multiply odd and even number, you are going to get even number only. You won't get odd number. Okay. Next, if you divide even number by odd number, you are going to get either even number or a fraction. If you divide odd number by even number, you are always going to get fraction. Either you are getting even or odd, you are going to get fraction. Okay. So these are some simple tricks to remember. I call these tricks because if you remember these things, you can solve very complex problem. For example, I'll show you what kind of problem they may ask on this odd and even concept. Okay, let me show you that problem. 3 of the 5 positive integers p, q, r, s, t are even and 2 of them are odd. Okay, not necessarily in order. Okay, this can be p, can be odd or even. Now p plus q plus r minus s minus t is definitely even, whether it is true or not. So if you add 2 odd numbers, if you add 3 odd numbers, see the beauty of this is whether you are adding even number, even times odd number or even times even numbers, that is very, very important. So in these 5 numbers p, q, r, s, t, he is saying 2 of them are odd, remaining 3 are even. So irrespective of whether p is odd or even, q is odd or even, we don't know which is odd or which is even. So p, q, r, s, t has given p plus q plus r. Okay, if you say 2 numbers are odd, other 3 are even. So if you add 3 numbers, suppose p, q, r, if they are even numbers, so p plus q plus r, you will get even only, and you are subtracting remaining 2 odd numbers. So when you subtract odd from odd, whatever it is, again even. So this statement 1 is definitely even, definitely true. Okay, because p plus q plus r minus s minus t is definitely even. Again, next is again 2p plus q plus 2r minus 2s plus t. See, he is multiplying with 2. Whenever you multiply an even number with odd, and even 2 is even number. Okay, your multiply p, we don't know whether it's even or odd. But when you multiply p with 2, definitely 2p will be even. So this basic concept you are going to apply here. So don't say odd, even. Who will ask this question? It's a very simple, very trivial concept. So don't think nobody will ask questions on simple concepts. If you read this problem, you might feel it's a very complex problem. But if you understand the basic things, this is definitely a very, very simple problem. Asked at a very high level exam, IAS exam, okay, civil services exam. So this is how again the problem number 15 is also based on even and odd concept. So please be clear in your odd and even number concepts. Okay, you have to remember, you have to memorize whatever I said before. When you add two even numbers, what you are going to get? When you add two odd numbers, what you are going to get? When you multiply two odd numbers, when you multiply two even numbers, when you multiply one odd and one even number, what are you going to get? When you divide even number by odd number, when you divide odd number by an even number, what you are going to get? So these are all things you have to practice, and remember this basic concept. You will definitely able to answer such complex questions. I am going to end this episode 1 in this series. Next episode I start discussing about more wonderful things. Okay, see you very soon. I am going to teach you wonderful tricks and shortcuts also. Don't miss my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Make your friends also subscribe to my channel. Keep watching my videos. I keep on releasing videos regularly. This is my promise. And see you in my next episode very soon. Bye bye.